good, magical day, and welcome to Awakening the Universe. Today we are talking about vibration. I was just speaking with someone the other day about the energy that we emit. Everything is energy and vibration. I watch a lot of Abraham Hicks. It's beautiful. If you ever have an opportunity to check out the Abraham Hicks seminars, videos on YouTube, they're pretty freaking amazing. Esther Hicks channels a group of beings that they collectively call Abraham. And they talk about the vortex, right? And it's the vortex is, and the way I look at it, is like the Akashic Records. It's the space where everything that ever was created or ever will be created lives, right? Infinite knowledge lives in a space, in a vibration, right? In a vibrational state. Let's say that like that. And I wrote a blog a week or so ago, or 2 weeks ago, called Vibrating Higher and Elevating Yourself into the Vortex of Abundance. So it is loosely based on what the Abraham Hicks teaches. And so raising your vibration, because everything is energy. If you think of, and Nikola Tesla says, everything is energy and vibration, right? Energy and vibration. And that's true. We're all energy. We're all vibrating at a level. I mean, the majority of matter is really space, is energy, right? And scientifically proven, look it up. And so raising your vibration to the level of the item that you desire, whatever it is, whether it be abundance or a job or a car or a house or whatever it is, you raise your vibration to that level, right? So it's not a one-time thing, it's a way of life, right? Keeping your vibration at the level of what you desire is a habit. It's from being consistent with your thoughts, being consistent with the way that you feel about it, the way that you think about it, visualizing it, feeling yourself into it, speaking yourself into it. All of those things raise your vibration to the level of the thing that you desire. If you want millions of dollars flowing into your bank account, raise that vibration and repeat affirmations, visualize yourself being a multimillionaire. You know, what does that look like for you? What does your life look like? What is it like to walk through your life being a millionaire, or being, in this house that you see, or owning multiple houses, being a real estate mogul, or being an entrepreneur of whatever it is. If you want to make hundreds of thousands of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars, it matters not what you desire. The desire is how you get there, right? Or not how you get there, the end result, visualizing the end result, feeling the feeling as if. Neville Goddard speaks of that all the time. It's a visualization, it's a feeling. It's the words that you speak. Speak it as if it already is. See it as if it already is. Feel it as if it already is. And so your vibration is even confidence in yourself, knowing yourself, emits an energy of confidence, knowing who you are, knowing what you want. It radiates, vibrates out within 8 feet of you. Actually, I feel that it's not a limit on the distance. I know that they say that you vibrate within that 8 feet, and you can feel someone's vibration when they come into that field. I truly believe the more you focus on it, the more that you work on knowing yourself and knowing your vibration, and connecting to spirit, connecting to the universe, you can actually feel someone's vibration coming from miles away. I truly believe that. If they're thinking of you and they're hundreds and thousands of miles away, you can still feel that. It's a connection. What I want to say, it's a connectivity or energy connection. It intertwined, in sync. Synchronistic. That's the word I want to use. And so anyway, so vibrating higher is, and how do you vibrate higher and increase your vibration? First of all, you have to practice an attitude of gratitude. I've done a few videos on this now, and really everything that I'm saying has been said thousands and thousands of times, and hopefully in me saying it, or whomever says it, that eventually you watch enough of these videos, it's going to click in your head that, oh shit, this is all the same thing, and I just have to do this. And practicing an attitude of gratitude, having an appreciation, finding something to appreciate. I mean, you can feel depressed and still find something to appreciate in your life, and that starts shifting your energy. It starts moving your energy up the scale, moving your emotions up the scale of emotions. I have a themes of consciousness poster on my wall here in the sanctuary, and it's a hopelessness. A grief is above hopelessness. Fear is above grief. Desire is above fear. Anger is above desire, right? And pride is above that. And so you just keep moving yourself up the scale until eventually you get to a place of willingness and acceptance and reason and logic. And then eventually you're going to move up to love and joy, the higher elevations, right? Freedom, enlightenment, all of those things are possible. The more that you practice every day, and it becomes a way of being, and being in gratitude, finding something to be grateful for. I think that's the secret to raising your vibration is constantly practicing an attitude of gratitude. And focus on high frequency emotions such as joy. Find something that makes you happy and do it. If it's doing videos that share what you've experienced, do that. Because I think the more that we know, and when we know better, we do better, we should share it. Share that information. That's the reason I love doing these videos is sharing what I've learned, helping. Even if one person sees this video and it helps them, then I feel accomplished. I feel like I've done what I've served my purpose, right? Visualization, right? Visualization. And what Neville Goddard says is, if you can sit in a state akin to sleep, which is like meditation, that's the way I read what he's saying, is that it's meditation, and you're focusing your mind and you're visualizing in your mind's eye here in the center where your intuitive state lives, right? And you can visualize it from this point, from the center of your head, where your pituitary is, to this point. I feel that connection, your heart, from your heart to your brain. If you can feel it and connect the vision and the feeling together, that amplifies your visualization. So that takes practice to feel it in your heart, and see it in your mind's eye, and play it on the screen of your mind, and feel it as you're walking through it. It has to come. Law of attraction, once you can see it and feel it, then it's already there. It's just a matter of you being patient and waiting for it to come, really. And if you do that every day and walk through it, like I have a house plan that I have up on my altar, and I walk through that house every day in my mind, and I know that it's already here. It's just a matter of it appearing. I know it. And so if there's something that you desire, then, do some visualization. Sit in a quiet spot where no one's going to bother you. And for, 10, 15 minutes, if your mind wanders, just bring it back to to the beginning and continue walking through it again. I tend to do that. My mind kind of, other thoughts come in and I'm like, hold on, bro, let's go back to the front door, or to the porch, and walk through the front door, and let's walk through the whole thing again. I can see it. I can see my office on the right. I can see the dining room on the left. I can see the living room up ahead, and the kitchen is over here to the right beyond. There's a hallway in between, and the hallway leads to the stairs that leads to the upstairs, and that hallway also leads to mine and my wife's master bedroom. And the upstairs leads to the children's rooms, and a game room, and the attic, and all of these details, right, that I can walk through, and that, through the back door. And we have a catio on the back because we have a bunch of cats inside our house. And the backyard has the sanctuary out there. We have a garden. I can see it all. I walk through it all. And so knowing it, feeling it, and then I release it, and then it appears. I know that it's coming. I know that it's already here. It's just a matter of it happening. And when we're doing our affirmations and I am enough, right? Because there's a lot of programming that you picked up as a child that may say, I'm not enough, I'm not worthy, or I'm not smart enough, or I'm not good enough to do all of that. That's just lies that your brain is telling yourself, and you have to release that, find a way. And I think with repetition, and eventually it's going to click in your head that all of those stories that you've told yourself your whole life has been lies. And now it's time to tell a new story. You're never too old. It's never too late, right? And even if you think your ship has sailed, Abraham says, if you think your ship has sailed, wait 5 minutes and another one's going to come along, because the universe is constantly delivering you what you desire, right? And if you can't see it in that moment, that this is it, this, step on this train, get on this bus, get on this boat, that you can't see it in that moment, and you think you missed it, it's like, oh, that was my opportunity. Yeah, it was a opportunity. It wasn't the only opportunity. Another one's going to come along. Maybe it's another face, another place, but another opportunity is going to come along. Just like lessons keep coming back to us, different places, different faces. And until we learn it, it's going to keep coming back. And what you desire, it works the same way. It's going to keep coming back to you until you get it, until you reach out and take it. It's going to happen. And practicing mindful presence, right? When we're anxious or we're stressed, I think it's because we place unrealistic expectations on ourselves and on others, right? And so when we just allow the flow of life to come through us, right? To flow and not try to hold on to it or hold on to the negativity or hold on to the loss. I know that we tend to do that a lot. We tend to hold on to the pain of the losing, when reality is that we didn't lose, that again, that was just something that went away. Maybe it was meant for your greatest and highest good. I don't know. I mean, that's for you to look at and go, okay, is this, but there's nothing ever really negative happening. It's all a lesson in some way. And, just like when we lose people that we love, they just move to a different realm. I think they leave this physical presence here, and then they move on to something else. And they can't stay around forever, although it hurts that they're gone. They can't stay around forever. And so you practice and you let go of that hurt, right? Let go of the loss and practice living in this now moment, right? Because the loss and the hurt only lives in your mind at this point because it's already gone. That happened last year, 3 years ago, 5 minutes ago. It only lives now in your mind. And the only reason why you keep hurting is because you keep replaying it, right? I know this for myself. I'm saying you, but I know I've experienced it myself, and it only lives in our mind because we keep replaying it over and over and over again. Oh, you don't know what he did to me. No, I do. I get it. I don't know what happened, but I understand it, right? And it only keeps replaying in your mind. At some point, you've got to figure out how to forgive and let that go, right? Giving freely. Giving freely is an act of abundance. And I don't mean just money. You can giving of yourself, giving of your time, energy, resources. And when you give freely, you're giving without expecting something back. Because when you let go of something and you give it, whatever it is, money or vehicles or houses or whatever, when you give those things, the universe is like, oh, you have a mindset of abundance. I'm going to give you more of that thing, right? And so when we are practicing this attitude of gratitude, being in appreciation for everything, when we practice giving freely, practice being mindful and being in this present moment, not living in the past, not trying to live in the future, the universe knows, God, source, whatever you call that power that creates, knows that that's what you're looking for. That's why we try to focus on the positive, even when the negative is happening, when something is happening and you have a loss. It's best just to look at that and not hold on to it, because it creates darkness inside of you, and the more you hold on to it, the more of that kind of thing comes to you, because it's just a magnet, right? However you're feeling and thinking, the more you live in that, the more you're going to get of that thing to be more sad about, to have more loss about, and to have more hurt about. So it's okay to experience it. I'm not saying don't feel it. Feel it, agreed, just don't hold on to it. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be sad. Just don't hold on to it forever, because then it just comes into you and creates this darkness and depression that it's difficult to get rid of because you're holding on to it, holding on. It just allow it to flow through, and it will subside eventually. Usually emotions and things like that last seconds, but they last longer, hours, days, because we hold on to them. So, and the other thing is trust in the process. You trust in the flow of spirit, trust in the flow of life, trust that what you ask for is given. If you ask, it's given, right? Whatever it is that you ask, and your asking is in your appreciation, right? Native Americans, prayer for them is being in appreciation of the thing, visualizing what it is that they want for the community, right? If there's a drought, Greg Braden tells the story of this American Indian friend of theirs that they were experiencing. They live out in Sedona, Arizona, or somewhere, and they were going to go do a prayer, so they went, hiked out miles to this prayer circle, and he takes his boots off, stands in the circle, and does the prayer, and then they're leaving, and Greg's like, I thought we're like going to do some prayer ritual or something, and he goes, prayer is thanking, all the directions, thanking spirit for the rain and for the abundance, and I visualized my feet with the rain coming, that my feet are stepping in mud, and that everything is starting to grow again, and the greenery, and what the end result of what I'm praying for looks like, right? Is basically what he's saying. And so when we do that, when we trust in the process, when we do our visualizations, all of these things working together, it all works together for your good, right? It's going to come. It has to, because that's what you're doing. You're visualizing. You're creating it, right? You're creating the end result. You're not creating the how, okay? And yeah. And so when you're in the vortex, when you're in that state of appreciation, when you're in the zone, right? Some people call it, the zone, the vortex, the Akashic records. I believe that that's part of it too. You'll notice that everything around you shifts, right? You'll feel this deep sense of peace. The Bible says it as a peace that passes understanding. When normally you would feel like upset, you feel this in the pit of your stomach. How is this going to work out? Blah blah blah. You just know that it's working out no matter what, and I can't explain it, but when when it's a sign from spirit that you are in it, I feel that peace just flows over you from chaos feeling and stress or worry feeling, right? When you let go of it, and you let go and let God or let source handle it, then it just works out. It just works out. And you will start to see a lot more synchronicities, things just happening. You're at the right place at the right time. You took a left instead of taking a right, and then boom, there it is. Whatever it is that you were looking for appears. And you will receive a flow of unexpected blessings. And I say blessings like, it could be money, it could be an idea, it could be connections, or the answer comes to you. It's like, oh, I can do this. Oh, okay. Well, thank you. And every time I get an idea that I always, it's like, oh, okay, I got you, or a solution, I always say thank you. Just thank you. Thank you for the answer. Thank you for the solution. Thank you for sending me this money. Thank you for sending me this person. Thank you for sending me this idea. And I also write it in my journal. I write a bunch of appreciations, a bunch of I ams, affirmations, that kind of thing. Fill up pages and pages. And that increases your vibration as well. Whenever you're writing in your journal and you're just writing positive aspects of whatever it is that you desire, and it raises your vibration as well. And being in the vortex, raising your vibration at a higher rate is something I feel is natural. It's a natural state. Society and social media and things that you watch on the TV tend to bring your vibration down, like these murder shows and stuff like that. I can't even stand to watch them because it just makes my body just tense up, and I'm more of a positive kind of TV or video watcher. I don't watch a whole lot of TV, but what I do watch, some History Channel, Ancient Aliens or something like that, are things that I like to watch. Documentaries, or listen to uplifting books. Gaia TV, that's freaking amazing. If you ever have an opportunity to get a membership to Gaia, is really good. There's a lot of positive things on there. When you raise your vibration, everything that you desire, whatever it is, if it's abundance, if it's joy, if it's all of those things that I've previously mentioned, it's not something that you chase. It's not something that you strive for or work hard for, or it's Abraham says it's paddling upstream. Like, I'm paddling upstream, and everyone paddles upstream, and it's like, well, what would happen if you just let go of the oars and float downstream instead of, are you getting anywhere by paddling upstream? No, you're not getting anywhere. Or the other analogy is putting your hand on the hot plate, right? It's like, oh, this is so hot, my hand is burning. It's like, well, take your hand off of it. It's like, but my mother and my mother's mother and my mother's mother's mother has all had their hand on the plate, and they've all burned. And it's like, okay, but what purpose does that serve? How is that helping you? So, well, we've all done it. And it's like, okay, but just because, has it been working? Because if it's not working, then why keep doing it? If you're doing the same thing over and over again, what you're doing isn't working. So try something new. Why not try this raising the vibration thing? Why not try positive affirmations? Why not try it for 30 days or 60 days and see if it works. See if you don't see things differently. I used to think that, that's just hoo-ha, that's woo-woo shit. It's not. I promise. I'm living proof that it's not woo-woo. It is real. And everything else that they fed you, and that society has fed you, and that, to no fault of their own, your parents and family and friends, they've all fed you this stuff because that's what they've been fed, and they're just repeating it, So what happens if we just shift it, if we change it and start doing something new, I truly believe that your purpose is not to keep doing what everybody else has done, not keep doing it the same way, not keep getting angry at other people. Don't get angry outside of yourself. Fix inside. Take that spiral journey in and raise your vibration. Watch uplifting videos. Listen to people that have a positive message. Start someplace, but just start, right? Take the steps, and you will see a difference. You will see a change. I promise you. If you've made it this far to the end of this video, which we're ending, I want to let you know that you are loved. You are worthy. You are needed. You are important. And maybe you haven't seen someone, you haven't met anyone that's told you that before. Maybe you're looking for a relationship. If you shift your energy and know that you are whole by yourself, you don't need someone else to make you whole. You're looking for someone that to walk beside you, to take the journey with, right? And I believe that it's already happening for you, right? There are people that you haven't met yet that are going to love you. And there are people that in situations that you haven't experienced yet or that are going to be the best thing that's ever happened to you. You can do this. Just keep moving forward. You came here for a purpose. God chose you and your experience to come experience life through you, right? So you have purpose. You are important. You are a vital part of everything in this world. Whether you know it or not, it's true. I love you. Keep moving forward. Thank you for joining us. Namaste.